Yeah, I like
a pot.
Pot.
A pot. A pot. A pot. A pot! A boat! A boat! Let's go! Woo! We gotta get hyped for this one. I got my orange ultra sunrise monster ready for this.
I got 4 shots of espresso going. I'm ready.
Well, this is the intro. Don't forget, Cook will sway. Cook will sway. What's up? Hello, everybody. Welcome.
What's up, everybody? The coolest podcast on the internet. A Cook will sway. With your man, DC, not from Washington, from Canada.
No, please. I want to disregard all the Canadian allegations. Not true. I currently live here, that's all. But please go ahead.
Citizen of the world, DC. And your co-host on the West Coast.
Oh, hell
yeah. AKA the hoe named Sway. AKA Just Sway, AKA Sway from the Bay, AKA Host Sway, AKA we're going to sway some hosts today. On this episode, we're going to be talking AM versus PM cooks.
Yes, we are.
I'm ready to talk shit about anyone.
I just got to check we're actually recording because I'd be super distressed if this.
I swear to God, if you make me redo that intro again. It's like having to redo a joke, but first you got to explain it to someone.
Well, yeah, that's
like,
literally
okay, now we're gonna
every single day of my life. Imagine having to do the same 5 or 6 jokes every night for a new crowd of people, and imagine what toll that takes on your soul. But anyways,
I can't imagine having to play Journey, having to play Keep on Believing, or whatever the fuck that song's called, for 20 years.
Yeah.
Oh my God, every show, fucking Freebird.
I mean, that's literally it. I mean, if you do any comedy, any stand-up, it's always like, you try new things, right? You try, even Jerry Seinfeld, he tries new things. I don't know if you saw the documentary Comedian, but, like, of course you haven't. No one has, but it's just like, it's fucking, like, he does new jokes. He tries to. Then people are like, oh, where's that old bit I saw on TV? I want that. It's like, bro, I'm trying to, he's trying to do new things, but people don't accept it. So, I think he like pushed
people
into
like
this.
the top. Yeah, they like the top 10 things, man. I like, I'm the same way with Bill Burr. Like, I'll give him a shot if he has a new special, but I tend to go back to the same like 3 things that he does.
Yeah.
It's just really good delivery, and it has to be from a specific show.
I mean, thank God we have video and audio these days. Imagine like Mozart. Play that tune again, please. Like the one he's popular for. And you have to do
back,
it live.
the one that you dropped back when you were 11.
yeah. I heard you were a prodigy or something. Please play it again. Oh God, goodness, I will.
My brain is just so full of genius. I can't possibly remember that because I've evolved past that track.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
bitch, if you want to get paid, then you better play it. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's.
Gotta pay to play, baby. That's showbiz.
Otherwise you will fall into a deep hole of alcoholism and die tragically. Do you want that? And Mozart was like, yeah, sure, I'll take it.
Do you like that, Mozart? You want to end up being a cook? A world-renowned cook? Only to end your life because they might take away a star? Well, come.
Didn't he invent mozzarella?
Mozzarella, yeah. Mozzarella is based after Mozart.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See me every night at like Third Floor Comedy Club. Thank you. Anyways,
there we go.
Anyways, we're talking about AM PM tonight. This morning, we don't know what it is because I prefer nights. For me, it's a question of day and nights. But I prefer nights. So that's my first argument.
You prefer nights because it's just easier? Well, you prefer despite the rush?
No, that's a good point. I think that in the night, I got this like cool energy because I'm a night person. I told you this. I'm not a morning person. So if I have to work in the mornings, yeah, I'll do it. But because sometimes there's a little lunch rush, Now that really, really sucks when you're not into the grind, into the moves, So at night, at least you're ready to press and play, I don't know. That's just me.
AM is like a real working shift.
Mm.
And I mean, like, I know that sounds really weird because PM usually gets slammed. In most places, PM is the bread and butter of the kitchen. Mm-hmm. But like, I'm gonna So you're for PM. I'm gonna stay with the AM. I'll stick with the AM because I've done fair enough of AMs. So AM is definitely the hardest working one. In terms of like, you have to get up so you're already in a shit mood. Yeah. And who knows if you're hungover.
Oh, yeah.
And it just fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I only like, and you're right. Like I don't have that energy for a morning or even a brunch rush. It just kind of sucks. It's like, it's like doing anything in the morning. You're not going to be there 100%.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's kind of worth it if you can be off early and then you have the rest of the year day.
Really? No, that's what I have a little gripe with this matter of this axiom, if you will. You know, because you wake up early, day ruined. You work. You're like, oh goodness gracious, I'm here until noon or 1 p.m. or sometimes 2-3 p.m. And then you know you got the rest of your day off, sure. But do you have the energy to give back to your family, to your friends, to your surroundings, or are you just like a black hole of despair? After that,
I sit the kids in front of the TV and I go to bed, and they don't see me till the morning.
Damn.
There we go. And question.
And that's a good day for you? Damn.
Bam. And that's a great fucking day. That's a great day. Because I can wake up at any point and my kids will be there. I don't got to like fight with an ex-wife or get cussed. None of that shit.
True. Yeah.
Like, kids, you guys are sitting next to me on each side of the bed. Be on your phones. I'm passing out.
Yeah. Also, your work's done for the day, actually. That's an argument for you. It's like you don't have to be anxious about, oh, will I perform? Will I do this? It's like, no, it's done. Yeah, I already won. Today's a winner day. So now I can relax like a king. Yeah. But I don't have that peace of mind, you see. I don't I don't find comfort in the small things. I am in constant states of anger, despair and stress, right? So it doesn't matter if I did my work, haven't. I'll be, kind of shooketh. So I think that having that at night, like a big night plan, like a big heist, it's like, boys, you ready? You got your bros, you see them on the line, it's like, we're doing this one last time.
Where are we landing, boys?
You got like Fortunate Son playing like, yeah, kind of like that, you know what I mean? You're being dropped into the fire.
Sir, this is Fortnite.
What do you mean? Oh, I get this now, fellas. You might think this was a stupid joke, but no. This is brilliant because Josue played on the classic "Sir, this is a Wendy's" setup for the joke. It's like, oh, when someone's talking about philosophy, someone says, "Sir, this is a Wendy's." Immediate gutbuster because you think, who the hell talks philosophy in a Wendy's? But no. Now that we're talking line cooks, Josue was like, "This is Fortnite." Everybody, please praise Josue. Thank you very much.
100 cooks, only one will stand.
That's kind of it, actually. It's funny, my last kitchen, like, everybody got either fired or quit, so it really was like that. I mean, at the end, there was just a really small squadron of sous chef, me, and chef.
You have a preference? Would you rather quit or be fired? I'm going to answer that question. I am so stubborn, I will be fired long before I quit.
Really?
1,000%. If I know today, I'm like, you know what? Fuck this place. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm not going to quit. I'm going to grind that fucking place to the ground until it decides that I'm too toxic to stay there.
Damn, you look like a frag grenade. You don't just go out.
Oh, you want to do that, chef? That's how it's going to be?
You pull the pin.
No, I'm not going to make your life easy.
Kamikaze Josue. Kamikaze Josue. Kamikaze. Yeah, there we go. Kamikaze. Damn. All right, anyways, so that's another topic. Now, we want voting to continue, don't we? We don't want to find new topics, so let's stick AM, PM. AM, another problem with it. Mornings, right? You get the worst kind of people. The clients are sometimes themselves pissed off. They have to go to work. It's a lunch meeting, business meeting. And if you're poorly cooked, whatever you're serving there, your poorly cooked meal or something you haven't done to perfection, which I wouldn't do, but I'm sure some cooks have made a mistake once in their life. And then you ruin their business meeting and they lose a client, then they're going to get so mad. Now come back, say, oh, that's where you get the Yelp reviews, when they're like, this was the worst restaurant of all time, completely unprofessional service, all those angry reviews come from lost business. So you're creating losses in the business world by your presence in the AM kitchen.
That's real power, DC.
Yeah, destructive power.
Real power. You know what I love about morning? I don't got to fucking break down. I don't got to clean up shit.
True.
I just got to set up my little station, make it look nice. And if it was a slow morning, oh my God, my station's barely even getting touched. I'm just doing simple line work. wipe my little area away, put away my cutting board, put my knives away, peace the fuck out. Have fun mopping, have fun breaking down, have fun flipping, have fun taking out the drawers from the low boys, have fun getting into the low boys to clean them up, have fun doing the fucking ash bins.
True, but that's what it takes to get the after shift beer or the after shift crazy binge that you go on, you know? You don't deserve that after AM. You deserve that after PM, after scrubbing and grinding for hours.
It's called happy hour. And I'm trying to get out of there because it's Miller time.
Wait, I mean, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Have you ever had that where like I haven't because where my restaurant was, like where I worked so far, it was very kind of like the desert. Not literally, but there wasn't much around it. But I assume that if you're in a restaurant in a tightly packed area, where there's even restaurants maybe for cooks, you know, the ones that stay up really late and are kind of cheap and just made for people who work at night to come in after their shift, I feel like that would be probably one of the greatest experiences of all time. Just going, like in Louisiana, you can all eat like crawfish. Imagine having like 5 pounds of crawfish and beers. You know what I mean? That sounds like heaven right after a shift. You
have you seen a guy on Instagram that does that?
Who?
He does crawfish and he has like a belt of beer. He has like a beer holder belt.
No, but I'm going to follow right away. I love crawfish.
He has a pocket where he has a cracker. Like his thing is like put a cracker on it. And he's always making like jambalayas, just like deep Southern foods. Like he doesn't even speak English, man. I don't even know what the fuck he's doing. I'm going to send you a link to that guy. That's exactly what I feel you're describing.
Do you want to shout him out on the show? If you find him? Yeah.
If I find him, fuck yeah, I'm going to shout him out. I would love it.
No,
if
but
he
seriously,
even knew that I existed.
But seriously, crawfish rocks, man. It's like the best. I love shrimp. I feel like shrimp is a really classic. Like everybody has had shrimp. Everybody had shrimp in their fried rice. You tell me the shrimp fried rice? Yes, sir. You know, it's shrimp is everywhere. But crawfish, I feel, although it's very common in some areas, the scarcity of it, geographical scarcity of crawfish, makes it so much more special.
Crawfish is like a specialty shrimp. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
100%. Like I see crawfish and I'm immediately, it's like a cross between I'm about to eat just like some good old fashioned blue collar food, but it's a specialty blue collar food.
True. It's like the working man's lobster, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. That's it.
But it's also cheap, which is awesome. I love how cheap it is. Like even in Philly, like I went to a spot there. It was something like $10 and you get a huge plastic bag filled with juice and crawfish. Get like 3 pounds of it. It's awesome. But anyways, are you enjoying crawfish after your AM shift? I don't think so. I think you're enjoying that at night, you know, with the beers, with the boys.
That's fair. I mean, come on. Industry night takes place after 7 p.m.
Yeah, for sure.
After 10 p.m. There's no industry mojito fucking 3 p.m. afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. Damn.
I think AM is more for like the normies.
Yeah, I guess
definitely
so.
A norm. Yeah. If you still want to be in the industry, but you want that 9 to 5 feel, that like I have a regular day job feel, that's where you want to go. You want that stability. It's kind of funny how we complain about like weird hour stuff. I mean, even I'm guilty of that. But if you want the most normal hours, just fucking work morning. And it feels just like work. You're right. It's like drag your feet in. It's miserable. Yeah. Unless you're like me, you fucking have like 5 shots of espresso and then you're the only one hyped up for the day.
Oh, that sucks, man. It's like being a different level of drunk with your friends. It's probably one of the worst experiences of all time. Because if you're hyped up, you're like, yeah, let's go. Everybody's like zombies. Then
yeah, I gotta tone it down for my people because I am super hyped. I'm everything, but I can tell they're like, shut the fuck up, Osway. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to turn on this burner and poach some eggs.
Yeah. But actually, it's funny. We already talked about this, but for me, Monster kind of chills me down. Like caffeine has a similar effect to as nicotine on me. It's never like a stimulant. It's always just more like a nootropic. If you know what that is, it's kind of like it helps me concentrate. You know, kind of brings me down, focuses.
It's kind of like the way coffee helps people with ADHD.
Exactly. So because I've been known to hype it up. I've been known to tear the roof down. You know what I'm saying? But with coffee and caffeine, I'm always a little. This is why we get the chill DC in the cookable sway. You know, just.
Yeah, you're right. Like it doesn't give me the jitters. The only way, if I want jitters, I have to combine my energy drinks. Like a Monster and a Red Bull. Oh, okay. Now we're like, now I feel it in my heart. Yeah, but like I could do like 2-3 Red Bulls, I'm like, I'm good, man. I'm just like super hyper focused.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, that's kind of a lot. Also, I'm very much a bitch with caffeine. I'll take one energy drink, I'm fine, but afterwards, that's too much. I'm not
64 ounces of espresso a shift. Oh my god, that's me, dead ass. And I only know that by the ounces because I figured out that it's like what is it like? How many ounces in a fucking quart?
Oh,
well, anyway, two quarts of espresso a shift.
Yeah.
One for before, one for after. You're doing mornings. You don't have to do that much.
True.
More sensible. You're going up. You're going to the guy that's doing the donut shop. You're meeting all the other AM people that are going off their little office jobs. You know, it's nice. Sometimes the chef will bring in coffee and donuts, and you don't have to worry about family meal.
Yeah,
it's nice, and everyone expects the same thing for family meal. If you just put potatoes and eggs in any form combination, you're set.
True. It is funny how there's some classic breakfast foods. I don't know how or why they're Why the hell is eggs and potatoes and bacon breakfast food? Tell me this.
Yeah,
it just is. But
that even it just
you know,
I don't fucking know.
And then you're like, oh, let me have a couple of pickles in the morning. Oh, come on, man, what are you doing? Pickles in the morning?
It's like, you want a steak in the morning? What is your problem, bro?
Yeah, and but if you're doing what is it, like a cheesesteak or something like that, you know, when they cut up just cutlets of meat and they like kind of roll that up in bread and give you that. You know, in some areas that's acceptable, but if you have a 12-ounce steak, you're called a weirdo, which is very sad. But anyways, again, let's not digress into these different psychosocial experiment, the psyops, if you will, of the morning.
But
food.
It's all connected. It's all connected. Some of this stuff is so specific to AM. Some of it's so specific to PM.
Is really? Do you think there's like really specific PM foods? Maybe I'm just not remembering, but.
100%.
Like what?
Like your breakfast foods, you're probably gonna get like a scramble. More times than never, it's gonna be a variety of a scramble.
Yeah.
You know, you can have I'll do straight up like orange chicken for breakfast or steamed rice and some stir fry. Like I just like to fuck around. I don't care what time it is. But again, add some eggs to it. Bam, you got breakfast. True. And that's what most people want in the morning. They just want something simple, especially these front of house servers, man. They just want their oatmeal
fucking retards, dude.
with a little spread of brown sugar and some fruits. And they're like, can you make me something that's vegan, maybe? Yeah. So it's like, that's predictable. At night, that's when I say, like, if you're into making family meal, that's the big boy shift. That's the shift where you're like, bro, check this out. Right. We're going to make some fucking stroganoff a la DC. We're going to be making some premier mac and cheese with the cheese curds and the pastrami in it. And
that is actually insane. The talent of people to name their foods is kind of insane. You know, like in those cooking shows, I used to be big into Chopped on the Food Network. I used to watch that with Ted Allen, you know, and then they're just like, no, I got this crème parfait with Pompidou, with a little, you know, like this talent of naming. For me, it's just like, yo, taste this. Is it good? And like, oh, wow, this blew my socks off. What's in it? Like, oh, I don't remember. I just took some whatever was on the line, you know. But I'm not saying don't remember your ingredients, but just people name their foods like it's a work of art.
Well, it's funny that you say that because I think there's 3 different types of people that do family meal. I'm more of a I gotta know what I'm doing. So if I gotta replicate it later, I know what I'm doing.
Right.
And then there's you, which is like, just throw whatever.
And it works. It works though.
It works. Hey, how does this feel? And then there's a third one. And I've only known like 2 or 3 guys that do this. And they'll just add like the weirdest fucking ingredients because they saw it one time.
Yeah.
Like this guy for family meal, he did mac and cheese with honey in it.
Hell yeah. Well, it might be good.
No. I didn't try it.
You didn't try it? Damn, you disrespected him so hard. It's like, hey, Josue, I made you this meal.
No, I wasn't there.
Get the fuck out of my face, bitch.
I wasn't there that day.
Okay.
It just sounded weird. Like, I mean, I would. I mean, if he'd make mac and cheese and I put like a little bit of honey, I'd try it. But that is next. But the point is, some people just like to really go crazy with their experimentation.
Push the boundaries for sure.
They really like to push the boundaries. I'm more of a let's just keep it safe. And I'd rather have like a little mental menu of what I know have been bangers in the previous times.
Well, because I experiment on my friends and family, usually. That's the thing. A family meal is always, like, people depend on it to eat, right? So if you fuck up someone's main meal of the day, I would feel bad. However, if you food poison your friends, they'll forgive you, you know?
I completely agree. I'd be mad at someone if they fucked up my day at shift.
Yeah.
But if it was like if you made food and it's like, oh, chicken was a little raw.
Yeah.
Ever DC, hey, don't worry about it, man. We'll figure this out. I got you, my guy. We'll get through this together. I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, but if someone offers you like free food, it's different than when someone is responsible for your main sustenance of the day. Yeah.
And you know what? That goes back to AM PM. I don't think you can do as much experimentation than AM because a lot of people are going for their breakfast. And like you said, business people are going in. They don't have time to just kick it and chill. You got to be putting out food like 8-minute times. Whatever it is, you got like 5 minutes to put that shit out. Dinner rush is really not a big deal. We'll rearrange things. We'll rearrange orders. We'll push back things. We'll send drinks to the table just to buy us some time. And then in between, DC and I could just be kicking on the line in between orders and be like, I'm just going to make myself some fucking little snack food, little this, little that. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's a fair point. But let consider this. In the mornings, everything smells like eggs.
I mean, it depends where you work. In the mornings where I did, everything smelled like kimchi.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, but I'm saying like the cutlery and the glasses, all that stuff. You have to be. You see, in the PM, you're already going through this stuff, so you're pretty sure you're gonna have a solid dishwasher. But now in the mornings, you're gonna have to rely on a 14. Oh, I don't know what legal age of work is anyway. A very young. Nubile man to present himself to work super early and reliably wash your dishes to an extent where they don't smell like egg anymore. There's a whole new, parameter in the equation. You have to rely on this guy to get yourself fresh cutlery. How's that? At night, you got the cool guys.
Get the egg out. What the fuck?
No, the egg smell. Oh, I know you know this. You're playing innocent because you want to win this. But you know damn well when you eat egg and then you drink some water, man, the eggy smell, the eggy residue smell on the glass. You know what that is.
Poaching eggs, yeah.
No. Okay, well, no. A client eats eggs, right? Eats like a little omelet, whatever. Then has a sip of water. That glass will stink afterwards.
Ew.
Exactly.
Ew.
So before serving that back to someone else, you need to run it through a proper washing cycle, which needs a proper dishwasher. And I'm saying those kids in high school who usually do the dishwashing, they get off from work.
You really think a kid in high school is doing AM shit? Hell no.
Well, that's the thing. Because they're getting
it's the
out.
PM guys that the PM cook, the PM dishwasher. Sorry guys, but you guys are the ones getting fucking whole racks getting sent back. Like, there's still spots in this. I'm like, motherfucker.
But sometimes they deserve it though. There was a guy who doing dishwashing, and essentially every single plate he had, for some reason, even though it didn't have anything to do with tartare, had a piece of tartare on it when it was supposed to be clean. I mean, that's unacceptable. I'm all for workers' rights, but if someone does that, beat the guy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I've said my share of things to Omar too. What the fuck, Omar? Every fucking time, every shift, Omar. 8 p.m. You can't even clean a fucking dish.
Rip,
what the fuck is going on? Maybe come into the morning, and you know what he did? He'd calmly come in, secretly pour himself a little like brandy from our cooking area.
Omar's playing. Hell yeah.
The man. I don't mind. All I politely did is like, listen, Omar, I'm a lead now. All I can say is like, I can't see you doing that. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I can't see you doing that. Do you understand? I got you, my guy. Cool. I'm going to go in the back and take some orders. But it's 9 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm taking orders, my guy.
True.
Give you some space. Yeah, no, PM, man. And then if the machine breaks down, you're there, man. You're there for a long time.
Yeah.
And then if those customers decide that they're just going to fucking kick it, and your front of house manager decides like, well, people are still coming in past closing, we're just going to leave it open because we want them to feel like guests in here. We want to keep the conversation open for you guys.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Like to see a room full of busters literally just sitting there not doing anything because they've done everything that they need to do. They're just waiting for one table of two to leave.
True.
Because the guy's trying to fucking impress, and he still might order dessert.
Yeah, that's the worst thing when you do last call. It's like, I don't know.
Well,
let me think about it.
Yet.
Yeah.
I don't want to rush them, DC. I want them to have an experience. Fine. You think that shit happens in the AM? Fuck no.
True.
Hey, you know what? The table's still there for 4 hours. Not my problem. It's 4 p.m. I'm out of here.
Exactly.
Suck a dick, fellas.
That's because there's no one else to give it to. There's no literal night shift, like
Unless you're at a Denny's.
Oh
then you give
my
it to
goodness.
The 2 a.m. crew.
We already said from the first episode, we do not consider Denny's, IHOP, all that stuff. It's out of the question. That is pure hell. If you're in there, God bless you, but it's very hard, and we respect you. But get out of here when you can.
Yeah. If you're one of those restaurants, your theme song should be started from the bottom.
Literally, yeah.
Literally starting from the bottom. No hate, but you're starting from the bottom.
Anything else you do after that, I mean, salute. It's respected because, yeah. Oh my goodness. Imagine that. Like, those like family establishments where they have like 75 items on the menu, all of them from like sackets, satchels, and
Do you guys have Cheesecake Factory over there?
No, but I know what it is. I've been to I practically go to the U.S. all the time, but I know.
I used to
they
enjoy
sell you
going
appliances
there.
there too.
Oh, that's awful. I used to go there and I enjoyed it, but then as a cook, it just gives me anxiety because it's a book. They give you a book. The thing might as well have chapters in it. Yeah. It's so I can't fathom. That kitchen must be ridiculous.
Yeah. Our favorite guy to quote but also shit on, David Chang, he said he loved Cheesecake Factory.
He would, because he's not a line cook there.
Exactly.
Okay? He's some rich fuck who hasn't worked the line in some time, unless he's doing a fucking show.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it's not so bad, guys. Come on.
Well, because he's like, the Americans that go there, and you have this classic American staple where you get the same thing every time. I'm like, bro, yeah, because it's like, it comes from a tube. It's squeeze and push. That's what the Cheesecake Factory menu is. But and he says it's a great thing. That's a very good insult.
That sounds like a great vegan spot. Squeeze and push. 100% vegan.
Yeah. I was just going to call Mr. Chang fat as well, but go ahead. Yes. Of course, he likes the cake.
You're fat.
Place.
You're fat, Chang. You're fat.
That's why he likes the cake place. But anyways, yeah. No, I respect him. It's just funny that, he felt the need to defend. I don't know if the stocks are falling or whatever, but it is kind of common to shit on Cheesecake Factory.
Unless you're David Chang, who probably invested in it. Now he's like, no, guys, come on.
That might be it. Yes! It's like Shaq. Shaq suddenly loves printers. I'm like, what? It's like, oh, yeah, because he bought like 75% of the company. He loves printing.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Damn. It's like when Drake, it's like, why are you showing me a video of Drake gambling online on an app? Oh, it's because you're being sponsored by it. That makes a lot of fucking sense.
That being said, use code 8plates on bet365.com for 2 free bets on any NBA, NFL game. I had to say it.
You gotta say it. You got get your money, King. Get your money, King.
Because I'm actually a gambling addict, so all the sponsorship stuff, it's just helping me feel the addiction. So it's all good. Knicks will win this week. Well, we're gonna win, but there's no season. Doesn't matter. You can still bet on the future. It's fine. Anyways, sorry about that.
Gambling sport. I like to gamble with my health.
Damn, I think
high risks, low rewards, but I like it. I like the rush.
Oh my goodness, yeah. All right, let's AM versus PM. If you will, AM is kind of a gamble as well, because it might be chill, it might be kind of hectic, but PM, there's no gamble. It's unless you work at a stupid idiot empty restaurant, in which case I'm sorry for you. That's depressing. Please find other things in life that fulfill you and don't make you want to kill yourself. But if you work at a restaurant that's pretty busy, you know for a fact there's no gamble there. For a fact that the odds are stacked against a non-busy night. It's going to be packed. It's going to be full. It's going to be energetic. It's going to be full of stuff. Maybe full of BS. Maybe full of challenges. But at the end there, you find yourself a champion, a victor. Like after a good workout. If you do a couple reps, you're like, oh yeah, that was fine. You go home, you're a loser. However, you push it to the limit. Push it to the frickin' limit. Mike Menser, high intensity, the almost impossible last rep. You do that in the kitchen, and then when you go home, no matter if you just lay down and listen to beats, listen to royalty-free beats on YouTube, you still feel like a king because you made it. And that's a sense of accomplishment you don't get in the mornings, only at night.
I mean, yeah, it does. It definitely does fuck up your mood when it's like 8 a.m. and there's a line out the door already. You're like, bro, we don't open for like 2 hours. What the fuck? Yeah. It definitely does. PM, you already know what you're expected to do.
Exactly.
You already know you're about to just hit the ground running.
True.
And in some instances, you're walking into the rush, and that shit just doesn't stop till it's closing time.
Yeah.
But you know what? At least with AM, it's more like a good prep shift because you're going to do mostly prep. You're going to have to work service, but you get a better understanding of what you're working with. I would almost call AM junior high. And it's helping you get into high school, which is where you graduate and you can decide what you're going to do with it. Yeah. If PM is just a little too much for you, AM is a great buffer for it. You get some rough days, some easy days. You do a lot of prep, you do a little prep, but either way, you're going to be honing your skills down like a nice little, like a banquet of skills that you get to cover. Whereas in PM, homie, I love your passion. I love you trying to learn, but right now I need your fucking orders.
True.
Okay. You're 2 tickets behind. I don't care. Put that shit in the window.
It's like the exam, right? You don't try to experiment and remember, what's this new technique? You do what you learned, what you trained for, and that's it. It's true.
It's kind of like when Navy SEAls are training, right? They go through Bud's training.
Okay, Jocko fan. What up?
What's
up? What's up? Let's listen in. Because host may bless you, but every time you have to make a reference to David Goggins, Jocko, but what are you, military man? But go ahead.
Actually, I am. No, I'm just kidding. No. I do not want to get fucking thrown under the bus
valor?
by these.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that shit. I've seen those YouTube videos. I do not want to be like, the fuck, bro?
It's actually really funny when you see those guys at like the NFL stadiums, like in those very, very shitty fake army costumes, and they're like, "Oh, so where were you?" I was in the like 3rd Battalion. Oh yeah, what'd you fight in? Yeah, I was in Vietnam. It's like, oh yeah, we're in Vietnam. South Vietnam. Stuff like that. They don't even try sometimes. Like, people are so like ready to 07 Patriot that they give them money without any explanation, which just makes it really funny.
I think you need a Call of Duty nerd that knows the lore to dress up like a character.
True.
And not ever once tell them that it's just a character and just like feed them information. Well, I did the 34th Battalion where we fucking goddamn right.
That's actually crazy.
And then my sergeant turned against me.
Yeah.
You do some shit like that?
Yeah, actually, have you seen the movie Apocalypse Now? Yeah, it was based on my squadron's, experience. But anyways, yeah, it's just like, if you're a history major, it would probably be the easiest scam to pull, a stolen valor thing. Because you know all the facts. Someone tells you when and where, you're like, yeah, it was in 1967 to 76. Yeah.
A military guy just knows the little patchy and stuff like that. It's like, are you really a cook? What is that? This is my petty knife. Sir, that's a fillet knife. Stolen valor.
Exactly. It's like having like a food writer pretend to be a cook.
But if you watch enough, like, if you've read like all the Anthony Bourdain books, some chef shit, just content, you just consume that shit, you can spit the good shit, no one's gonna fucking know. You're probably gonna come off looking smarter than me, like, oh man, this guy went to the CIA, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Clearly he is miles ahead of me.
But that's the other thing too. It's like, the problem is though, if they ask you to cook, then you're screwed. But no one's gonna ask you to kill someone to prove you're a military guy, you know?
Kill me.
Oh yeah, you really don't. How about you shoot me in the head? How about you challenge,
do it,
pal?
I'm depressed.
Yeah. Damn. No, but that's a very funny premise. But yeah. So wait. So how is it stolen valor? AM, PM, whatever. Yes, you were talking about Jocko. What's up in the mornings?
No, it just reminds me how he's like a lot of new Navy guys will be like, so how do you prepare for blah, 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 for buds and all that? He's like, dude, buds is literally almost like an application form.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's not even the biggest part. You're just applying for the position. That's just a right to apply.
Right.
And so for me, AM is kind of like it's a buffer to move up to PM.
Uh-huh.
Like, the only thing that I can say that AM might have is the intensity, but now you're on a time crunch, versus PM. It's an intensity, but you have some wiggle room to move orders around.
Yeah.
AM, you don't get that. But just again, you don't know how that AM is going to go, and who knows how your spot's going to be. You have opportunities to do other things. You can learn how to make the Mac base. You can learn how to do to cut up the meat. The chef might take the time in the morning. It's closed. It's like, here, we're going to do a whole thing of tuna. We're going to break down so you know. So
Yeah.
you definitely get a more variety of things you could do in the morning versus nighttime. But like I agree, nighttime 1,000%. I need my fucking strongest guys there. If I'm writing the schedule, I'm putting my
you need the A team for sure. You don't want the new guy.
Exactly. It's like, no offense, new guy, but you're gonna have to earn it.
Yeah,
and I'm
see you in a couple weeks. In a couple weeks, you'll be fine. But
in
right
a couple
now,
weeks, we'll see you, man. I'm telling you, that point of pride when you walk into the PM for the first time, ooh, that is it.
True.
You are feeling it. You're like, okay, I'm in with the crew.
Exactly. It's like going from college ball to the NBA. But what I'm saying though is that we have to clarify this. Every single time you spoke of AM, you mean AM that does prep and also does some service. Because there are some restaurants where AM simply does prep. You know, because they're only open from like 5 p.m. onwards. So it's just prep, and then the night guys do the actual cooking. So you're not talking about those guys.
No. I'm talking, the places I've been in, it is. Maybe you get like 2 hours of prep time and then you immediately go into service, but you're still expected to do your prep work.
Oh, yeah. I mean, most restaurants are like that, but I'm just saying like the ultra high class, ultra fancy, like, Michelin starred restaurants in New York City, some of them have a crew simply to prepare and do prep.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So you're not talking about that. That's different, yeah.
No, not talking about that. I'm talking about just the do-all stuff. Yeah. That is so ideal, though. Can you imagine just someone specifically just prepping? Yeah. You come in, literally just set up your station and start cooking. You just go and talk to the chef. But, they got other things on their plate. You're trying to think about, like, what menu you're going to do for the day. If you're in the French Laundry, the menu changes every day. Yeah. I actually heard that they have a list of the dry ingredients and everything. Mm-hmm. And like every time you claim one, no one else can claim that ingredient.
Damn. That's rough. That's good. So
I imagine as a cook, you got bigger things to be thinking about at a kitchen of that level. You don't got time to be prepping and learning recipes. It's like, no. What are you going to make for us tonight?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy actually, because when you think about it, none of these people are employees. Like, they're not just straight there to make some money. All of them will have the ambition of becoming a chef later on, in those high-end restaurants. That's kind of crazy. Yeah.
It's crazy how you can, like, work for free, get exploited, and be proud of it.
True, yeah.
Only in this industry.
Nah, honestly, so I hate to break the cook exceptionalism, but it's been done before. But it's true that's very apparent in the cook industry, because, like, if in the kitchen, because if you look at any chef, they're always like, it's like the boomers. Chefs are like exactly like boomers. Every single time they talk about their past experiences, they speak of being exploited like it was a great sense of pride. They're like, oh well, back in the day, I just did this and I got insulted and they killed my mother and and they belittled me every single time and I got paid 3 cents. But man, that's what made me the chef I am today. It's like, bro, no, you just learn you learn how to cook. You don't need all the abuse.
Like, bro, that's a really sad life.
No, man, what are you sad? Yeah. In the same way, the boomers tell you, like, oh, remember, back in my day, I wasn't qualified. All you had to do is go up to the employer, shake his hand, and say, sir, I don't have a fancy schmancy degree, but I'm the man for the job. It's the same way where they talk fondly about, like, a bullshit system, It's funny.
God. I want to know who guided that generation, because whoever guided it is fucking genius. Whoever could turn your pain and suffering and make it seem like it was a great idea was fucking brilliant.
No, the CIA.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, not the
They're fucking
one.
Brilliant.
The actual CIA. Yeah.
How do you know they're not both the same?
True. I mean, if you think about it, yeah, there are some funny. I hate that joke though. If someone makes that joke, I'm gonna kill him. Not you, obviously. I love you, Josue. But if someone else, like, cooks love that. Especially with normies who don't know about the Culinary Institute of America, they're always like, I was in the CIA. And people are like, oh wow, really? Sorry, Gooby. I thought you said CIA. It's like, yes, CIA, but not the intelligence one. The Culinary Institute.
I wasn't smart enough to go there.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to kill Taliban. I wanted to kill Afghanis overseas with a drone, but unfortunately, I stick to cooking. Oh man, I stuck to cooking.
The only thing I'm cooking is the steak.
True.
With my hands.
True.
Yeah, that is some really fucking lamer shit right there.
Yeah, I hate that joke. But anyways, what's cool about it though is that you got this. We have a similar thing here in Montreal. It's called ITHQ. It's like the whatever, like it's the equivalent of this like high end, not high end, but like kind of like the CIA, So people go there, young guys go there, they believe they're hot shots, and then they go to a real kitchen and then they try to be like, well, actually, I have this degree from over there. I know what I'm doing, whatever, and then they go put it back in their place. But yeah, in the same way, I don't know, they have this weird pride about it. I don't get it. I don't get university pride at all.
Even for you going to uni?
Yeah, I have zero pride. First of all, pride's a huge sin.
Do you go to a school that has hardcore pride like that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. All right. Because you know, like everything that's like engineering or science also has that, or law or whatever. They're always like, oh yeah, we're the best. 90% of our graduates go to work to like Microsoft. Everything is that good? Are you proud of being the pipeline between relative intelligence and freedom into fucking the machine, into the grinder? You're happy about that?
I think what those people and boomer cooks, or at least like I love it to suffer cooks, have in common is fucking. I lost the thought. The fuck? God damn it!
You've been psyoped. 50 hits of LSD right now.
They knew what I was about to say, and they're like, no. Cut him off. Awesome. Manchurian candidate.
You know how they tried to kill Fidel Castro? And the CIA tried back in the day. They tried to kill Fidel Castro by giving 50 hits of LSD to his personal driver.
God damn. Man, they went crazy. No. But it doesn't surprise me. It's like as soon as they made LSD, it's like, let's try it on everything.
Yeah. They gave it out at Woodstock the original, Woodstock 2000, like 99, I think. You know, when Fred Durst was there, they also bombed everyone with LSD. It was like this brown LSD, which had nothing to do with regular. It was like, the potency was insane, like meant to turn people crazy. And at the last minute, they sent out the army.
Goes through you, like through the skin? Like, could you touch it? And it goes in through you?
Well, no, brown, it's a pill. That's the worst thing. Because LSD, usually it's liquid. You know, that you need so little of it. You can even put it on some paper and like, you know, eat the paper. But that was actually a huge pill. Yeah, so it was made to break your mind and you know, experiment on you. But it's true. Yeah, they're... it's actually... It's crazy. The experimentation they did with LSD back in the day is being done now with microchips. You know how they're killing chimps and torturing them with brain implants? We're doing the same thing right now. But back in the day, it was just this psychedelics. Anyways, in the same way, you would need to be on LSD to think that the morning shifts are any better than the PM shifts. Got him.
Hey, you know what? I got my thought back. The reason I think those boomer chefs are the same as your uni folk, I think it's because, and you're not into that, I think it's because you got shit going on outside that world.
True.
These people suffering, it's like literally, I live and breathe the line. That's all I know. Look at the knife tattoo on my arm. I got a whole knife things on it. Look at my mirepoix. Like, who the fuck wants an onion? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, you got an artichoke on your hand. How hard are you? Just because you cross your arms and not smile in the picture?
Yeah.
Get fucked.
No, I agree. But I respect that too, because if you don't have, because everything you do elsewhere, you know, like, and that's not on the line, off the kitchen, can be good for your person, for your, as an individual. It might be good for you, but it does take time away from the grind, you know? So you have to make sure that you put enough effort in to progress. Because people who are like, you know, jacks of all trades, but master of none, you know, that's kind of sad as well. Yeah, I did 2 months of cooking.
It's better to be a master of one than a master of none.
Hell yeah.
That's the full quote.
All right, well, that's one thing.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know.
Jack of all trades is a master of none, but better. What? Jack of all trades, but a master of none?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you know 10% of everything, it doesn't make you cool. It just makes you, like, in a conversation, you sound good. Yeah, I did this, I did that, whatever. But once you talk with someone who actually knows what they're doing, and you go a little deeper, you're a fraud. You know, you come out as a fraud because you don't know much about anything. Very sad. So what I'm saying is, I respect people who are on the line, but.
Yeah, you know, I agree. I mean, people are literally just walking like Reader's Digest magazines. That's all they are. They're the embodiment of a Reader's Digest. Yeah. You get a little bit of cool facts. You feel smart after you read it. You talk, but it's like once you get deeper than surface, it's like, oh, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's why I don't talk about cooking and none of that shit. I can just, look, you want me to make you some food? I'll whip some shit up. But you wanted me to start talking about it? Get fucked. I don't know.
But it's funny because people try, though. You seen those, like, quote-unquote chef Instagram accounts or TikTok accounts who are like, hey guys, this is a crazy easy recipe made from scratch. You know, so they'll take, like, a full donut already made, crush it up, put it in a blender, and then add melted, like, Nutella on it, and be like, this is a custom-made donut. It's like, what? And then the account name is like Chefs Unite or like Chef It or whatever. It's very crazy. Everybody wants to be a chef, but nobody
Easy
wants
recipe
to cook
you can make at home.
tasty ass food.
Grab your immersion blender. It's like, what the fuck? The fact that you have a tool like that, no, this is not something I can just make at home, you asshole.
Yeah. I mean, you honestly don't need that, though. You just need a flame, essentially. Strong flame, all you need. Don't need a freaking crazy machination like the $17 million equipment of a high-end restaurant to make food. You don't need that.
You just need a pan, some heat, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then maybe like a little utensil to stir things. True. And it doesn't even matter. Like, I'll make it work with anything.
If you're hard as fuck, just use your finger. But anyways, yeah. If you're a little bitch...
all day, my guy. All day, my guy. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm a culinary gangster. That's probably, how we do here.
Honestly, it's probably the biggest skill that you get. Like, not skill, but the biggest advantage you get by working as a cook that's not directly linked to cooking is your resistance to heat. I can't get burned, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird because I experience, like, I get splashed with oil. I touch things on the thing. And then, like, if I go out, people sometimes will ask me to like flip things because they don't have something, and it occurred to me, I'm like, oh, I guess I can. Yeah. Other people, yeah, you're right. Your resistance to heat just goes up tremendously. It doesn't matter whether you're AM or PM.
Well, that's the thing. But AM probably there's less. I mean, because you can't flip an egg with your finger. So much
less.
Yeah.
You can't do that with your finger. Exactly. You do it with the flick of a wrist, and if you're good at it, it won't stick to the pan. Yeah. And if you're good at it, the yolk won't break.
Yeah. Oh, but I've seen that people try, though. That's very sad as well. When they want to be a big shot, you know, flip the pancake or the crepe, whatever, without touching it, and then, like, brutally fail.
You just yelled from across. What a loser.
I love that clip you put up, by the way. Fuck you with your 48% body fat. Get the fuck out of it. Don't raise your voice at me. And you, skinny twink. Fuck you.
That was straight DC energy.
Literally me. Yeah. No, but it is funny because you learn who can take criticism and like funny criticism and who really can't. Like if someone fucks up and you say, wow, that was fucking dumb, and then they get offended, you know you have to keep your distances. But if you say something like, you know, someone tries to flip it and they fail, like, lol, or whatever. Not lol, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, that sucked. And they're like, haha, yeah, sorry about that, whatever. You know, they can laugh it off. And then, you know that eventually you'll do something stupid, it'll come back to you, and that's the eternal cycle. It's the fun in games. But if someone can't banter, they won't last long in the kitchen.
No, you have to learn how to banter. I mean, cooking will definitely up your ability to roast and be roasted, because you're gonna get roasted. You know how dumb you look if you just think that you can just go around roasting people and not gonna get roasted and then make a fuss because they're roasting you. I've seen that shit, and it's like, what the fuck, dude? Shut the fuck up.
That is literally the worst. Yeah, people who it's you know, I don't know. I know you're pretty old. You don't remember the kindergarten days, but I do because I'm a baby bitch. But anyways, what happens is, you know, one of those kids sometimes slaps you. You're like, what the hell? Slap him back, and then he starts crying. What? You can't start, you know, insulting whatever, like making jokes and roasts, and then when you get it back, be like, oh, that was really inappropriate. I'm gonna go tell that whatever. It's like, bro, what are you doing? This is not.
This kid was kicking me in kindergarten because I was trying to play Duck Duck Goose. I swear to God, there was no rage. I can remember how I felt. I was just like, actions have consequences. He kicked me 3 times after I said stop. I just laid one into his nose. Motherfucker, like there was blood on his shirt. I just, damn. And then like the teacher came, the principal talked to me, my parents came. All I said, and again, I wasn't mad. I was just like, he kept kicking me. I told him to stop. Consequences.
Yeah. But they're probably like, well, you should have talked it out. I'm like, no. Sometimes talking is good. I'm a pacifist. I'm no Mr. Violence over here. But sometimes, if you kick 3 times, you deserve to get one in the nose. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now. You can't. Yeah. You can't poke the bear and not think it's gonna. There's a line. Yes. You got to be able to toe that line, and balance yourself without flipping over to the other side. That's when you get your ass kicked.
And it's very similar with words as well, with like insults. Because if something very innocent is being said, something like kind of a jokey, and then someone gets really mad and offended, and they go really nasty with it. It's like, yeah, well, your wife is fucking disgusting, and your family, you know, like they talk shit about stuff that is actually like it's not funny, you know, it's not a bang or a joke or whatever. It's just mean and hurtful. That's the same way. It's like, what? I told you that your flipping move was dumb. You don't have to, hit back with this this crazy insult like, and your mother's dead. It's like, okay,
it's like you hit a timeout in the middle of a set, and you're like, dude, we're just fucking around, right? Like, once I clock out, I don't give a shit about this. Please, just keep on with it. Like, God, it wasn't that serious.
But they're ruminating. They are, though. They are thinking about it. It's like, that motherfucker Josue said that to me. Tomorrow morning. It's like a George Costanza, like when he's in the meeting and then he gets roasted and then he keeps thinking about it. He's got no response. And then the next day he comes in and he replies to the insult the guy said the other day. It's just sad. People are ruminating like this. They have like a boil in their head just thinking about what happened before. And that amounts
you're still
to
thinking about that?
Yeah, that amounts to people getting fired. You know what I'm saying? Kinda.
I mean,
in a way,
not in the company I worked in. Motherfucker, they just move you.
Yeah.
Like, we can't fire you. Let's just move them.
Well, yeah, man, it's brutal. Anyways, AM PM. What's the final verdict? Final arguments. We'll make this formal.
AM is easier. You want easy. You want to do your culinary dreams and I prep. If you want to look like a goddamn cooking montage, do AM. If you want to look like a fucking girl that just got tossed around in Coachella in a mosh pit, PM service is the place for you.
That's right. That's friggin' right. And if you don't want to look like that, think about your priorities. All right. You everything hurts. Good. Everything is bad. Doesn't matter because you come out of PM shifts like a freaking hero. And obviously you have to be beat down, cooked up on the inside, burnt, sliced, insulted, stressed out for you to grow as an individual, as a cosmic being. You need this. So.
And you come back the next day with the same energy.
Right. And also, one last thing, you can sleep in. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, you've been drinking with the boys after, but still.
You don't got to worry about like getting up at 6,
exactly
7.
You get up in the afternoon. You can literally not see the morning ever, and that's paradise to me. Just saying.
By the time you get there, it's like lunch. You don't know what breakfast is. What the fuck is breakfast?
Brunch is the only breakfast you'll know from that point. Anyways, that's my argument. Vote, everybody! Vote on. Also we're doing what is this, double feature.
This is going to be the second one. This is going to be the second one. So this is the one that's going to be at noon.
So at this point, you've been listening to 2 hours of Cookable Sway. Well, which why?
It's not good for your mental health.
It's not great for your mental health, but it's more entertaining than the alternative. What is it, Wednesday? Anyway, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
DC just compared the other show to like a PBS NewsHour.
Anyways. I love David Bowie and I love cats. What's going on is you can vote on a Cook Will Sway, the AM versus PM. Very simple. I mean, have you not been listening this past hour? It's all AM.
Have you not been paying attention? If you haven't, that's fine. You clearly support AM because that shit wouldn't fly in PM. I need you to pay attention.
True.
Okay?
If you're dumb, vote for AM. If you're smart,
you're I'm not sure.
Vote for PM.
Yeah, if you're not sure, vote for PM because clearly you just need to take direction. You need someone to hold your hand and tell you, just fire 4 fucking tickets.
Exactly.
Fire. Vote PM.
Yes.
But if you got a mind, you got time to think about this shit, vote AM. Get your 9 to 5 out. Do a little chopping. Do a little scissors.
True.
Get out at a reasonable time. Go have dinner with your parents. Who the fuck knows?
Hey,
they gotta be in bed by 7.
Another thing also. What about this? You know how like you can, dating, hanging out with the females? That never happens in the AM shifts because all the hot waitresses are at night. They put all the more chubby ones and ugly ones in the morning because no one cares. But the ones for the tips, that's not me. That's not me talking, by the way. Very sexist, but it's not me. Management does this. All the hot waitresses in the PM.
What if your restaurant only hires hot waitresses?
Oh, well, that's the exception. I'm sorry. That doesn't exist everywhere. That's just you and your weird world, But in reality, and also, they probably have work or school or something after.
That's why those AM is great for the relationship types.
What?
You don't got to worry about that kind of shit.
What?
Yeah, if you're a single guy like DC. Do the PM because you want to go out afterwards.
True.
After she counts her money, she's like, "Oh my god, I'm so fucked." She's like, "You want to go get a fucking drink?" Yeah, that's great to see.
Yes, exactly. That's powerful, and you don't get that in the AM. But it's true. If you're a stable man, that's good. But if you're mentally unstable, PM is for you. And
you need the PM. You need to unwind when everyone is asleep, so we can't see how sad your life is.
And we're all line cooks here.
One's
Don't
trying to
kid
see
anybody.
that.
You got problems in your head. Don't even if you're the most normalist guy in this conversation, you're still kind of a weirdo, a creep, if you will.
Mad fucking issues if you're a cook. I don't give
PM.
a fuck who you are.
Yeah.
You have to mark an X where it says cringe. Yeah, you're fucking cringe. Something about you, we'll dig deep, but there's something about you that's going to be cringe.
Yeah,
if you're in the back of house, you're cringe.
It's like autism. It's like it's the thing. There's a spectrum. There's the people who are almost like normies, almost like normal people, and then there's a gradient between me and the most normal epic stand-up guy like Mr. Keller. You know, it's the Keller to DC pipeline. It just happens. Sometimes you're a well-adjusted guy. Sometimes you're me. But between that, you're still a weirdo as compared to society. That's it.
Thomas Keller strikes me as the guy that gets out of the shower to take a piss. Or he takes a shower after he takes a shit.
I was referring to Richard Keller, commenter of you guys. Weird.
Well, I'm referring to Thomas Keller since this is a culinary podcast.
No, I don't care about Thomas. I care about Richard. Richard, sir, I salute you. Seriously. Thank you for your service. And I'm saying that even you, compared to me, very, very normal, very cool, but compared to the most people, it's still kind of weird because you live in this culinary world. You're kind of cut off. It's like a parallel universe, you know. But anyway, enough about this. Vote PM. Thank you, everybody. A cook will sway. That's already where you are. A hoe named Sway. Check out a hoe named Sway on Instagram, obviously. And yeah, that's it. Don't check me out. Don't even look for anything else I put out.
Don't DM DC. He doesn't want that. He's not interested in it. Okay. He's like Amber Heard. Okay. He wants to be seen. He wants to be in the movies. He wants to do this. He wants his podcast. He wants his shows. He wants to go work out. He doesn't want to fucking talk to you fucking peasants. He doesn't want to talk to you normies. Okay. He doesn't give a shit that you work in the kitchen with him. Okay. Shut the fuck up and leave the man alone. Okay.
I mean, he said it. DC. I don't disagree.
I got you. Yeah. See, I got you, DC. I got your back.
But in this case, I love you all because you will vote for PM. All right.
In theory.
Take care, everybody. Take it easy.
Take care. Bye.
Gizzler's music?
Yeah. Not one time have I ever like just joined you. You're like, oh, hey, what's up? It's usually like a cool 10 minutes. So I'm just like chilling. I'm just like listening. I'm like, oh, so this is what DC does when he thinks someone's listening.
No, but because we're on YouTube. I told you already. Last 3 episodes we start like this. Like, oh, I hate YouTube. Grr. That's literally me. But it's true because if on YouTube you play music, they'll strike you down. Do you want to be smited down by Wojcicki? I don't think so.
Yeah, fuck YouTube. I don't even know why the fuck I chose that platform. Like, what kind of self-entitled like piece of shit do I have to be where it's like, hey, you know what? Not only do I want people to hear me, but I think we'll add value to it by showing my fucking face or just me doing something.
But
look,
you
guys,
do. I think people like that.
I'm everything I hate. I'm the embodiment of everything I hate.
Poe.